Well, hello, everyone. This is BJ Murphy, publisher of Neuse and Neuse.com, and we thought we'd come to you this Friday afternoon to give you just a few updates from what has been a very busy 48 hours here at the Neuse studios in downtown Kinston. A lot of things have certainly happened over the last few days. I mean, there's been a lot of challenges, certainly. I can only imagine from a government or public health official the amount of pressure and intense studying and communication that's happening behind the scenes before you ever hear from them publicly. So really just want to say our hats off to all our public health officials, government officials who are involved in the decision makings and things that happen to obviously keep you safe. And as you've seen unfold the last few days, there have been a lot of very tough decisions and some even today. So we thought we would just come to you real quickly this Friday afternoon and just share a few of what we know, because it has been so rapidly that we know that some of what we've put out you may not have seen so far. And so we just thought we'd kind of just recap some of these top headlines just to kind of give you an idea of what is happening. Certainly if you're subscribed to our newsletter, you'll get that tomorrow morning with all these top headlines. It's free. Certainly, if you go to Neuse.com right now, everything that's on there is free, just like this broadcast is. So we really want to say a big thank you to everybody who subscribes, everybody who's watching, and certainly to our advertisers. And thank you to everybody who's jumped on. Oh, wow. I just happened to notice how many folks have jumped on already. Thank y'all so much for jumping on. Please like and share this broadcast so you can help other people get some very vital information. And I want to start, Travis, you've got our website pulled up. I want to start, if you happen to go to Neuse.com, we actually just published a story Christy Bach just did where she spoke to she got a quote from UNC Hospital Division's Infectious Disease, from the UNC Healthcare, their Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Claire Paris, basically said, hey, look, for the elderly or those with chronic health conditions, this virus could be more impactful. And so we also noticed and got a chance to get a statement from Lenoir County. They created a web page today. We have linked that web page in this story. The headline on that story is Public Officials Give Updates on COVID-19. Basically, the Lenoir County government, along with the health department and emergency services, created this one page where they're trying to put all their information in for you to consume, to get the latest of what they're saying. But just to kind of give you a quote from Lenoir County Health Director Pam Brown, she said the county is taking proactive measures to protect the community, including working diligently with state partners. And although the risk of contracting COVID-19 is still low for our area, we understand that people are concerned. So fortunately, we've had no cases in Lenoir County, and there are steps that everyone can take to prevent or slow the spread of disease, and we just urge residents to take those precautions. Also, a partner there, the Kinston Community Health Center, we got a word from Anna Kinsey, the Director of Community Development at Kinston Community Health Center, and basically she said, look, we've been reviewing the policies and working at making changes to adapt to the current health emergency. And one thing that's also interesting about this story is that we were able to catch up with, there's been a lot of concern about the elderly as it pertains to their health and their well-being. And Christy was able to get a hold of the Lenoir County Council on Aging Executive Director Betsy Griffin, who really talks about how they're handling meals for the elderly, their home-delivered meals clients. And that's just really important that if you know someone who could be impacted by that, please make sure you take this information and share it with them so they can kind of get an idea of what is happening there with the Council of Aging. Now, certainly some of the biggest news today were what we're hearing from the school systems. I know of what we've got so far. We just got an update from Bethel Christian Academy. Mr. Phillips just sent us something a while ago that said basically, hey, look, although experts are not recommending that K-12 schools close now, but we are constantly receiving and actively seeking information from experts. And basically, he said, therefore, BCA and the daycare will remain open. And it was very clear that this is on a day-to-day basis, because it's been very rapidly moving. This conversation's been happening in the media, in the grocery stores, at the lunch tables, and certainly in our offices and at work about what's happening here. So just if I could say anything is, please stay with Neuse News over the next few days. Please stay with these local emergency management officials and these schools, these other organizations, to keep up with what is happening so you can plan accordingly. In fact, speaking of planning, we also decided that, you know what, we were starting to get a lot of information about different events that was happening in the community. Certainly, we're hearing a lot of churches because there's been this massive reduction in the number of people at a particular gathering. So as you think about church this Sunday, a lot of churches are making alternate plans. Some have recorded their sermons. Some are going to do it live via Facebook or YouTube or whatnot. And so we started compiling a list of everybody that has gone through We Report Neuse News and made a comment or has actually sent us an email to info@neusenews.com. I think that you'll see that email pop up here soon. But to info@neusenews.com, you just go to this link and it says schedule changes. And basically it is, you know, whether it's a church or community event or et cetera, even some school-related events we've put in there so that you can kind of keep up with what we are aware of right now. So if you know of a community event that is happening or has changed because of the precautions surrounding the coronavirus, please send us an email, info@neusenews.com. You can also copy here, make a note here, a comment actually in this live broadcast, and we'll make sure we transfer that over into that story to kind of keep everybody in the loop on that. As you saw, Arundel Parrott Academy made their announcement yesterday or the day before. It's all starting to kind of run together now where they're going to go online classes. Lenoir County Public Schools, they released a statement today, and let me see if I can read just a tiny bit of this. Let's see. Let me pull that up real quick because I know this was important, affecting a lot of families here in our backyard. So field trips, out-of-district field trips are canceled until further notice. District events and meetings, no new district events will be scheduled till further notice. Of course, all this is scheduled to change. School events and meetings, events involving the community that are scheduled for March are postponed. Certainly, as we report already, athletics, they are canceled through April 6th, and there's been a lot of conversation about the future of spring athletics, and it's been real challenging to see the kids. I know it's been really disappointing for them because they want to play. I know Lenoir County Parks and Rec made a statement about this yesterday where they are canceling their spring sports. And the bottom line here when it comes to Lenoir County Public Schools is they said basically that keeping our schools open contributes to the stability of the community, which I think we all can agree. It helps ensure food security for many of our students, which if you know anything, if you've ever been in these schools, you understand what they're trying to say there, and provides a welcomed element of a routine at a time when disruption seems to be the norm. Those advantages, however, are secondary to our commitment to school safety and our obligation to help stem the spread of COVID-19. So basically what they're saying is they're going to stay in school until further notice. And I would just encourage you that as things change, as they potentially could change, please stay with Neuse News so that we can continue to bring you the latest on Lenoir County Public Schools. I know Junes County Public Schools is having an out day on Monday, but that was a scheduled work day already. No other announcement from them on that just yet. I am waiting. If somebody who's watching us knows anything about Greene County the Greene County schools, please let us know because I know we were working on that a while ago. I haven't heard anything on that officially just yet. So nothing just yet, just whispered in my ear. I'm just curious about that because we've gotten at least some information from other agencies, and so I want to make sure that we've got the Greene County school system as well. The Down East Wood Ducks made a statement today, basically that Major League Baseball, minor league baseball have talked about what's going to happen. I do know that they've made some postponement to opening day for majors. But basically, they're just all they really can do right now, according to Wood Ducks, is basically just monitor what the Major League Baseball, what minor league baseball announcements are going to be. And as you can see, how the NBA, NCAA, NHL, NASCAR, PGA, how all these different organizations are responding here lately. We'll see how this really impacts them. The good thing for baseball, for professional baseball, is yes, they're playing some spring ball right now, but their season doesn't really start just yet, and it may be just in time for us to kind of get this virus under containment, hopefully have it reduced. and see how they kind of evolve from that. So that is a day-to-day conversation being held as well. So that is the Down East Wood Ducks. I know we all want to go out and watch the Woodies play this summer, so just stay tuned to see if they make any more announcements. We also heard from our downtown manager, Pride of Kinston Executive Director Leon Steele. He made a statement today, and it was basically just an encouraging one, and that is, hey, look, as things start to evolve and things start to shut down, don't forget the small businesses that are supporting your community, and because everything that happens, every event that shuts down, it hurts a concession, it hurts a T-shirt sale, it hurts an advertiser, you name it. And so anything that you can do and your family can do to support your local small businesses. And I mean, one thing he suggests is, hey, look, if you know you're going to spend money there later, go ahead and buy a gift card now. And then that will help at least alleviate some of the pressure, some of the concern that they have as they plan for the precautions related around COVID-19. So really appreciate that statement from our downtown manager, Leon Steele. Make sure Lenore Community College also released a statement today on the coronavirus, and that they said, look, that a top priority is protecting the health of our students, faculty, staff, and visitors, that their emergency operations planning team has been active since the beginning of the coronavirus COVID-19 outbreak. At this time, there are no confirmed cases of coronavirus on Lenore Community College campuses. However, based on our discussion with the local and state health officials, executive leadership at the North Carolina Community College System, and guidance provided from the Centers for Disease Control and the World Health Organizations, we are now implementing the following procedures effective Monday. And basically, they went on to say that as of right now, and I'm going to summarize the rest of this, but as of right now, that they're still moving forward with school the first of the week, and but there are some definite things you need to read if you are involved with Lenore Community College on they've got multiple campuses here in East North Carolina. If you're involved with them teaching, a student, faculty member, parents, please make sure you go to neusenews.com and read this full statement from Lenore Community College. It's very important that you understand what they're trying to say and how to go about it. And again, as all these other ones, just make sure that you know that this could change. We posted a story a day and a half ago or yesterday morning about the rec department, and then that afternoon they updated their statement. And it was basically saying, hey, we're not canceling. And to by the afternoon, they said, yes, we're going to go ahead and cancel. And I noticed today that someone went to the first Facebook post and shared that or made a comment on it. But if you had clicked on the story, you realize the story was updated. But we noticed that when they made the comment, they were saying, hey, this has been updated. So I actually decided just to delete that Facebook post because the information changed that fast. And so we're trying to do our best to keep up with it. This is part of the reason why we wanted to come to you live this afternoon before everybody gets too gone from work and too involved in dinner. Also, just as an interesting thing, as I was going through the news of the day, kind of reading the tea leaves across the country, national news outlets, one thing I came across was a Johns Hopkins Coronavirus Resource Center map. It is an interactive map. It's going to be kind of hard to show you on the screen here. Maybe you can pull it up. It's I don't know if you can try pulling that up, Travis, but it is basically an interactive map of all the cases around the world. It is really neat, and Johns Hopkins University has put this together. And it's not exactly real time, and it's not exactly pinpoint to there's a case here, case there. It's pretty much for the state, but it at least is a very interesting and fairly up-to-date map of the coronavirus. Definitely not a hyper-local piece of information, but considering the amount of information people are trying to consume on this, we thought that would maybe just a value add for you this afternoon. Yes, I got someone's talking to me in the background. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Okay. So what I'm being told in the studio there is that we actually have a story in drafts. I have not seen it yet. But I did know it was there, so I'm glad it was pointed out to me because we have not published this yet. So I'm going to pull it up really quick. You can't see this just yet, but let me pull this up. The Chief Justice of the state of North Carolina has ordered most NC courts delayed for 30 days. And let me see if I can glance at this real quick. Effective March 16th, I am ordered that most district and superior court cases be continued for at least 30 days with some limited exceptions. So that is a very interesting development this afternoon. I did know that press conference was happening live this afternoon, and I could tell just glancing at the story we need to do a little bit more work on the story. But that probably will affect Greene, Lenoir, and Jones County, and we'll get more information on that as we learn about it. With that, I think that was some of the biggest things I want to make sure you got across today. Bethel Jones, if we get an update on Greene, let me just double check, make sure anybody had any questions. Anybody had any questions? Upstairs at the Market is offering free delivery service. Whiskey Pig will do curbside delivery. That's awesome. Let's see if anybody else. Thank you for keeping us updated. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for watching, Crystal. Appreciate that. Thank you, Wanda, for watching. Stuart Perry, thank you as well. Let's see. We got an awesome team here. Nancy, thank you for jumping on. Dr. Burt Bright, Parrott Academy, thank you for jumping on, sir. Really appreciate that. My father's on. Love you, Dad. See, Pastor Alan Stocks, Tanglewood. Did Tanglewood make a change? Okay. Okay, so they're going to make a post here fairly soon. So I know they're working on that. So with that, if there are any other announcements you want to make sure that Neuse get, you can either write it here in the comments or send us an email to info@neusenews.com. Certainly, you can subscribe to our newsletter to get all the day's latest headlines. It's neusenews.com/subscribe. We've even created a just kind of like a one-page splash page of all the headlines related to the coronavirus, and that is neuse.news/CV. So neuse.news/CV, and that basically is just a one page of every headline that we have done over the past few days that is related to the coronavirus. Just kind of keep a kind of timeline of everything that we've done on it, maybe to help you research or do some due diligence. Again, a big reason why we started Neuse News, and one of our missions is really just to keep you informed, to help you make good decisions so you can be more productive citizens. So with that, I just want to say thank you for jumping on. Please share this broadcast with somebody so they can kind of just get some of these top headlines in 10 to 15 minutes. Hope this helped you. Hope it helps them. And y'all stay safe. Wash your hands. And y'all have a great weekend. Thank you, Dr. Travis Town, for your help today. Letha Thor, VP of Operations. My daughter, Grayson Murphy, is in the studio as well. It's BJ Murphy and all our team to help put all this information together. Thank you so much. Really appreciate each and every one of y'all. Stay safe.